and that would be by making a table. All right? So we're going to sketch a rectangular coordinate system and graph a line. Choose 0, 3, and -3 for x values. So they're telling you what to plug in for x. So I want you guys to sketch that table. I call it a t-table, except we're kind of extending it a little bit to the right. And we're always going to put our x here, and then our equation here. So y equals x minus 3. You guys remember this worksheet we did last week? Really similar? Okay. So we're going to choose the values 0, 3, and -3 for x. So put that here. 0, 3, and -3. All right, you do have to show your work on this when you plug it in. So I want to see the substitution step. So y is equal to, and we're going to replace the x first with 0. So we get 0 minus 3. What's 0 minus 3? -3. Okay. And then we have y equals, now we're going to plug 3 in for x. So 3 goes in for x, and then we have -3. So what's 3 minus 3? 0. And then I have y equals, and we're going to plug -3 in, -3. What's -3 minus 3? -6. Makes a bigger negative. Okay, I want you to write this next to each one. Each one of those is a x, y coordinate point, right? So on the last step right next to it, I want you guys to just write 0, -3. When I plug in, I get -3. And the next one, 3, 0. So when I plug in 3, I get 0. And the next one would be what? Good. Okay. Jacob, I don't see your handwriting. Are you writing this down? Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, now draw a graph. Okay, we're going to do a little grid. Now, on your homework, you're going to have a nice grid already made for you. But for right now, draw an x and y axis. You don't have to do like an actual grid. You guys can just do little tick marks. You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay. So, all right, now we're going to graph these. So we've got 0, -3. A lot of people struggled on graphing these when there were zeros involved, right? So for the point 0, -3, it is an x and a y, right? So x moves left or right. So if you have a 0 for the x, do we move left or right at all? No. Now I have a -3 for the y. So which way do I go? Down 3. So that's going to be right here. Okay, put a point. All right, our next coordinate point was 3, 0. 3, 0. That's a 3 for the x and a 0 for the y. So, everybody put your pencil where you think that is. Where is the point? 3, 0. 3, 0. Good, good. 3, 0. Good, 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 good. All right, everyone over here looks good. So we move 3 on the x, which is to the right, and nothing on the y, so you don't go up or down. Okay? And then our last coordinate point is -3, -6. Who wants to come up here and point where that is? Haley? Okay, -3, -6. Yep. Good job. All right. And then you guys are going to need to use a straight edge. Let me do these. Which means like a ruler, or if you have something that has a straight edge on it, like your ID. Okay. And you guys, you need to go all the way across your grid. This is what some of you did on the homework when we did this the other day. You went like this. Is that a line? That's actually a line segment. So a line goes all the way through, and what do you have to have at the end of every line? Yeah, so you're going to lose a point if you don't have arrows showing that it goes forever. You're also going to lose a point if or a ruler, whatever you have. All right? So let's try one more. We've got y equals negative 2x plus 3. So we've got a line. And we're going to do x here, and y equals negative 2x plus 3. Okay? I know you guys can do the substitution in your head, but I want to see it because I guarantee you'll make less errors. And so you will lose points if you don't show the substitution step. So for this one, you guys, did they give us points to plug in like the last one did? No. Okay? They did not give us any points to plug in. What are some really nice numbers that we can plug in? 1, 2, 0. Always 0. 0 is always a good one. I just want to do 0, 1, and 2. So some nice easy numbers. Okay, so we're going to plug those in. So now we've got to show our work. Y equals negative 2. Then show that you substituted in a 0 for x. Okay, what is anything times 0? 0. So then plus 3. We get 3. Okay. And then we've got y equals negative 2. And this time what are we plugging in? 1. Use parentheses. Alright? So Thomas, what's negative 2 times 1? Negative 2. And what's negative 2 plus 3? 1. Good. And we get 1. Okay. Now let's plug in 2. Y equals negative 2. Substitute in the 2 plus 3. So Maddie, what's negative 2 times 2? And what's negative 4 plus 3? Good. Now we need to write these as coordinate points. So the first one would be 0, 3. And Harrison, what would the next point be?
3, 1.
What?
3, wait, I don't know, 1, 3.
What did we?
1.
Okay, good. We plugged in 1 and we got 1. And Aaron, what would my last coordinate point be?
2, negative 1.
Okay, good. So we write them as coordinate points right there. And now we're going to plot them. So 0, 3. Who can come up here and show me where 0, 3 is on this particular grid? Coleman. That looks like 2, 3. Where's 0, 3?
Oh, wait.
Okay, good. There we go. 0, 3. Right there. Good. All right, and then we have 1, 1. Who can show me where 1, 1 is? Thomas. Nice. Good. All right, and then we have the last coordinate point, which was 2, negative 1. Who can show me where 2, negative 1 is? Isaac. Okay. Good. 2, negative 1. Okay, then you need a straight edge, and you're going to draw yourself a really nice line.